A tall humanoid figure leaned against a boulder, staring off into the distance as he tried to remember the way to his school. Despite his best efforts, he still left the house late. Mostly due to his sleepwalking landing him in the kitchen with a big mess everywhere, but you couldn't blame him for that. He was so lost in his thoughts that he could hardly notice if someone were to pass by.
She somehow ended up here and she seems to be vaping? Can a 17-year-old woman legally vape? Regardless of that, she seemed to be stressed out. Seems that she just got annoyed half dead by someone. This is just another Monday for her.
The boy snapped out of his thoughts as a familiar intoxicating scent invaded his nostrils. He glanced around to find the source of the smell, only to notice Raven not too far from him. He grinned happily. Maybe this person knew where the school was. Hello miss. Do you know where I can find Academy for the Unusual?
She took a deep breath, calming herself before she responds. She put on a fake polite attitude. Well yes of course, I am schooling at that place. She gave off not a genuine smile, but she clearly has already through something today. Of course she'll be tired of human interactions.
Oh, a fellow student, I see. Well, if you would be so kind, can you help me get there? I got a bit lost. He smiled warmly, used to lots of sweet and kind humans. Surely this human wouldn't be too bad either.
They don't seem like an annoying person. I'll give it a chance. She shrugged. Sure, I don't mind bringing you to the school. She pockets back her vape that smells like a strawberry or grape. You could just follow me. She starts to walking towards the school.
He followed right behind her, wandering around on the way like a long puppy. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's such a cool gadget. Oh, what happens if I press this? Oh my lords, is that a sparkly red stone? It was almost like he'd never been in a city before with how much he didn't seem to understand. Sometimes he'd pick things up and hold them to his chest and suddenly the item was gone.
She changed her mind. This is the dumbest motherfucker she ever met in her entire life. And she thought her cousin was the dumbest motherfucker ever exist. She tried to keep her anger for herself. Don't go wandering too far. You ever been in a city before, right?
Oh, I've been in cities, just not human ones. There's so much cool stuff. Humans really are quite clever. He pulled a candy cane out of nowhere, sucking on it to try and make a sugar spear.
A non-human creature? I need to be careful about what I said. So I'm that you're not a human. That's fine to me. She kept walking in front of him, doesn't even make eye contact when talking to him.
He stopped walking, laughing nervously. What do you mean? I'm just an ordinary super-powered human being. Yup, 100% human. He pinched the skin flap between his pointer finger and his thumb, just in case.
Sure. She said that as if she's convinced by his words. I don't care if you're human or not, as long as you're not doing any stupid things I am not bothered. She turned around to look at him briefly and then keep walking. Don't standing around for too long, you'll get too far behind.
He dashed to catch up to her, examining her expression. What if I told you I'm a demon prince?
She kept silent to think what she'll say. I don't mind, not my business. She said so casually.
He giggled, tapping the side of her head. I'm just kidding anyway, you were totally terrified for a second there, he giggled, dancing around her just out of arm's reach.
She sighed. Why does her life full of people like this? You're so carefree. It's kinda annoying for her, but it's not like she can do anything about it.
Well, you gotta enjoy life while you can. Messing with people just happens to be my favorite thing to cheer me up.
Well, if you don't mess with me I would be very grateful, she said to herself and kept walking. She walked pretty far from the city and the school.
Fiain, is there anything I could help you with then? He jumped over a 5-year-old, patting them on the head when they exclaimed happily.
For a slight second, she made a what the fuck face. And then she went back to neutral. You don't need to interfere with my life, I could handle my problems properly.
But then I haven't helped or annoyed you. He pouted, walking in front of her backwards.
You've annoyed me, I just don't feel like showing it. She thought to herself, even though her eyes literally vibrating the thoughts she's thinking.
Dude, that's no fun. Geez, you're worse than Mr. Birch. He danced off, picking up a kid and holding them above his head and running away from the panicking parent while the child laughed happily.
Did they just read my mind? Oh great. She said sarcastically to herself. God, she's craving some beauty sleep and coffee right now.
He dropped the child back into their parents' arms, distracted by the school coming into view. Oh, that's the school, right?
Yeah, that is the school. She sighed in relieved. Well, if that's the only thing you needed, then I'll take my leave now.
Okie dokes. Thank you for helping me, I really appreciate it. He blew a kiss to her before running into the school.
Gosh, she cringed at that genuinely. God, give me strength to not kill anyone after this.